Some compare it to a blue tint sort of color, and I can see that, I can. Maybe if it's like a little bit faded. I haven't looked at my blue tints in a while, but I'll have to pull those out later and do a little comparison. Wink wink video coming soon, right? So there you have it, as I alluded to. This is a comparison video between the what's this? The Cloud White 350 V2 and a handful of other things. Maybe not a handful, because I consider a handful to be 5, because 5, but a few. I consider 3 to be in the few category. So let's get these things pulled out here. The other ones are already out. The boxes are just here because they're still here. So one of the things about these, right? And I say 350s as a whole when I say that. They look a lot alike, especially lately. Like the earlier, I won't say the earlier years, but like in 2017, 2018? Yeah, 2017, some of 18, they were switching it up a bit, right? You had like the Beluga 2s, those were gray. You had the blue tints, kind of a bluish tint. You had the, what else was out around then? The Sesames came out at some point in 2018 also. Those Grinch colored ones, the semi-frozen yellows, they were switching it up a bit, right? And so that was cool. People were like, all right, some of them were like not amazing. I mean, people weren't thrilled about the butters, right? But they were at least all a bit different, right? So you can at least give them that. Nowadays, it's still more like, all right, we're just going to make a couple things that all look pretty similar because you're still going to buy it, right? And yeah, they're right. I mean, they got me every time, except for with the glow-in-the-dark green ones, because those were super limited. But I tried. Actually, Actually, I don't think I tried, because I completely missed it. It was one of those like random sales that just happened when it happened. Anyways, we're not talking about that. We were talking about these, right? So this right here, give you that close up again. The Cloud White 350 V2. Not a bad shoe. You see more like the actual blue on this side. Hopefully the camera's picking that up. I feel like it is, but when I hold it up like that, I can't see the little screen. So just kind of a leap of faith. You know what I'm saying? So, first up, one of the ones that they compare this to the most was the blue tint, right? So, looking at that guy here, I should have pulled out the other one. It's not too late. I'm going to pull out the other one so I can hold these up in a way that makes it look a little more sensible. So, pull out these blue tints. Got this Yupik form, because that's where I got these from. Which was one of my first times actually getting through on a Yeezy sale. And I was in and out. Like Yupik did that thing where like, you log into the site and then like they randomly let you in. They show this little guy walking slowly across the screen. Yeah, I was in, order made, out all within like 4 or 5 minutes. And I was like, there's no way that this worked out. This order's gonna get canceled. It was too easy. So then I stayed on the site, on the Adidas site for like another 4 hours just to buy another pair just in case. That pair has since been sold in exchange to make money for some plane tickets that took me somewhere. So anyways, here you go, right? Blue tint, Cloud White. Very similar, right? I mean, like there's the blue on there, which matches up with what you see on the laces here, to just kind of give you a close-up, right? So this is and this is my first time looking at these side by side, because I don't pull these things out very often, but yeah, this is very much the same color, right? It really is. So I thought it was just close, but no, I think it may actually be the same stitching, though some of it is just a little darker. But yeah, a lot of the blue that you see on these is in here. So that's, it's no secret they've been reusing materials, right? I mean, you saw that whole Lundmark and Static video, I assume, and I hope that you saw it anyway. But yeah, so these, very much the same, very, very similar shoe. Nothing super different about either one. And now let's set this to the side, because like I said, I'm going to show off another pair, perhaps 2. But if I can pull out because I prefer to go like one left and one right, because that just makes more sense. But for some reason when I was taking these out of the box, I only took out all lefts. So, I don't know. My head wasn't in the game, like a rookie mistake, but I like to think I've been doing this long enough not to make mistakes like that. Then again, I did take a bit of a break, as I mentioned in the previous video, doing school things. So close though, so close. It's actually on the monitor right now to go back to studying American history. Anyway, so this right here, again, the cloud white, this being the static. So like I said before, and like anybody has probably said, these are the same style, right? The only difference is that on these, on the outside, the lateral side as they call it in this industry, this one has designing on that side, right? You can kind of see that at the top. This one being just very plain. But the rest of it, the stitching, all that patterning on the medial side is very much the same. So no real difference there. One thing that somebody did point out, and I can't remember for the life of me who it was, but it was on Instagram, and you know who you are if you're watching this. The heel tab thing, right? Like these have them, those last shoes had them, these don't. I didn't even notice that because it's a thing that I just don't notice, right? And I kind of like the look of it not being there. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel. Go ahead and like comment down below if you want to on if you're pro or against. But it doesn't do anything for me because it's just an extra piece of stitched on material that doesn't do anything for the shoe. And for that reason, I don't care for it because it's unnecessary, right? Maybe you have a purpose or maybe you just like it. I don't know. That's just my take on it. So that's how I feel about those. And I had also pulled in, and now that I look at it, there's no real need to. These were the Lundmarks because these were a little lighter. So these are, I guess, closer in comparison than the statics would be because this is kind of a light color, not very dark or anything. And same with these. I don't know if that's picking up or not. It's kind of, well, it looks like it might be, but it's also, again, it's a very lightly colored shoe. Both of these are. So that's really just all I wanted to show off was that these, and I hadn't really seen it before because I just pulled it out, but these two comparatively, whatever, very, very similar shoes. I mean, so I guess if you happen to miss out on these, maybe this is a nice consolation prize. I'd say you missed out if you didn't get these. Just between the two, I like these better. That's just me. If you have an opinion one way or the other, please comment that down below too, or don't, whatever you want to do. It's your world. So that's pretty much it as far as this little review goes. I will, if I get those citrons, I will do this all over again. If I don't, I won't. That's pretty much how that goes. So there you go, one last close-up. And again, have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night. I said that like 10 minutes ago, as some of you may have seen in the previous video. I am doing this video in the same day. I figure I'll at least record it, even if I don't edit it, it's done. So that way I can just jump right into it. Yeah, gotta use your time wisely. All this stuff is all set up. Figured like let's just do it, right? So thanks for watching, people. Now that this one's over, go ahead and watch another video or watch a video by somebody that's not me. I'll put those links up here so you can see other people that I watch, right? Maybe you watch them too, and we can talk about that. All right, later, people.